And so you didn't buy any real estate
No, not yet.
here. So you've been renting.
Mm-hmm.
And how is that for you?
If you're lucky, if you get a good landlord, it's great. And what I like here is a lot of things are like business networking. You meet this person, they introduce you to that person. The lady that does my visa and all of that was a friend of my goddaughter's mom, who introduced me to a friend of hers from college. That's my landlord. So it's a lot of times.
Oh,
it's,
really? Like
yeah,
that's
it's who you know.
Right.
Yeah.
True. True.
I mean, you're like the Hungarian Google. Anytime I need to know something, I'll shoot you a message.
That's true too. The Hungarian Google, I like that. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Sonia from Selling Budapest. Thank you guys for checking in. And I'm here today with TJ originally from
Texas.
Originally from Texas?
Yeah.
I thought that you were from North Carolina, South Carolina.
I grew up in the Carolinas, but I was actually born in Beaumont.
Okay, all right, cool. So we're gonna go over the first question, and as usual is, why Budapest?
My goddaughter and her family are Hungarian. They live here, and for years they were like, come visit, and I came to visit and never left.
Okay.
And that's 4 years ago.
Oh, you started visiting 4 years ago?
Yeah, I came to visit 4 years ago and just never left.
But wait, you relocated, or we first met 2 years ago, no?
Yeah.
Or it's 3?
2, I think.
I think it's 3 now.
When I came, I didn't even, I wasn't planning on moving here. I literally had a backpack with some shorts and jeans.
Mm-hmm.
And then, about 2 months into it, I was like, okay, I'll stay.
And what is that drew you in?
The people, the architecture, the food. There's so much to do here. I mean, day, night, you can do as much as you want, indoors, outdoors. Hungarian people it takes a little getting used to, but once you become friends with Hungarians, they're brutally honest and they're your friend. It's not like in the States where you have a lot of acquaintances and a few friends, but here, once you're friends with Hungarians, they're friends for life.
Right.
And it's international. I mean, I've got friends here from literally all over the world.
Right. You live in the 6th district.
Mm-hmm.
How do you like it?
When I first got here, I lived over in District 2, which is like the Buddha side, and it's more family oriented, more green. And then I've lived over here in District 6, which is on the Pest side, for 2 years, 2.5 years. And it's more urban, party, restaurants, clubs. There's a lot more to do as a single person on this side, and I think District 2, is more family oriented. But
right.
I love it here. I mean,
you prefer the Pest side?
Yeah.
Over the Buddha?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever bought a car?
No.
You use the public transportation?
Oh yeah. I mean, and it's funny because this is really the first time in my life I've really used public transportation, because in the States everybody has a car.
Right.
But here, I mean, I can literally walk out my front door and be on a trolley bus. The Nugatti train station is like, what, 4 minutes from here.
Right.
So, I mean, like if I go to Lake Bolleton, I'll rent a car.
Right.
Or I can even take the train, but a lot of times I'll rent a car.
Just rent a car?
Yeah.
Where do you renting it from? From Fox? I know that there is a rental car called like
my goddaughter's
Fox
mom
rental.
usually gets it for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I do is that there are these car share.
Yeah.
What
like
is it like the
Gringo and the Mole.
And the Share Now, which is now like Vigo.
Yeah. I've seen
And then I see them on the map, like where they're parking, and then you can just reserve them. Then I'm just if I need to, then I just jump in and then drive.
The Gringo. I've got a couple friends that from Gaj, dude. That's what they use.
Right. And you live basically walking distance from the parliament.
Oh yeah, and that's another thing I love about this side is you can literally walk anywhere, and like in the States, like I said, you walk from your house to your car inside Walmart. Here, I mean, I literally walk everywhere. I mean, because everything's so close.
Right.
Yeah.
True.
I can walk to Parliament and the river 5-6 minutes.
And so you didn't buy any real estate
No, not yet.
here. So you've been renting.
hmm
And how is that for you? The
if
experience?
you're lucky, if you get a good landlord, it's great. And what I like here is a lot of things are like business networking. You meet this person, they introduce you to that person. The lady that does my visa and all of that was a friend of my goddaughter's mom, who introduced me to a friend of hers from college that's my landlord. So it's, a lot of times it's
really? Like
yeah,
that's
it's who you know.
Right.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, you're like the Hungarian Google. Anytime I need to know something, I'll shoot you a message.
That's true. The Hungarian Google, I like that.
But yeah, it really depends on what you're looking for. What district to look in. If you want the nightlife and convenience, yeah, the inner city districts are good. If you want the peace and quiet and more relaxed family atmosphere, yeah, 2, 3, somewhere like that.
So you planning to stay here for long term?
I mean, to me, this is home now. I'm just kind of waiting to see what the new immigration laws are. But Henrietta's told me I don't need to stress over anything.
Right.
But yeah, I'm just waiting to see. But yeah, to me, this is home now.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you completely embraced
Oh God, yeah.
culture.
I love the history and the culture, and I've been lazy. I need to get serious about learning Hungarian. But Hungarians, I've literally been all over the world. There's no language that comes close to being that hard.
Did you have any culture shock after you relocated?
Not really, because I mean, I've known Vera and her family for a long time, and I've lived in Germany and Iceland and some other parts of Europe. And been, so it wasn't that big of a. Now the only thing that was kind of funny when I first got here in the States, when you walk down the street, good morning, hello. And here I had friends that told me real quick, like, you don't speak to anybody on the street unless you know them. So like I'd be walking to the store and these little old ladies, good morning, and they'd look at me like, who are you?
Why are you talking to
Yeah.
me? But then after a while, if they realize that you're a regular, like if you go into restaurants and then they are like,
Oh God,
oh
yeah.
my God, thank you, hey, like welcome.
Yeah, like, my friends here laugh because, I know everybody, I've lived in this neighborhood long enough and I speak to people. So like I can walk by the Chinese store and they're like, hey, how are you?
Exactly.
And same thing, the stores, okay,
Exactly. Yeah.
how is so-and-so and how's your goddaughter? And it's like, yeah, it's a big difference being a local and being a tourist.
Exactly.
Yeah, you get treated a lot different.
Exactly. Speaking about the stores, groceries, I'm sure many people would wonder, like, I had the American group,
Yeah.
and then one of the first questions are like, hey, I'm about to relocate. What do you think, like, how much money do I need monthly? What are the grocery prices? What is the real estate prices? What can you tell us about that?
Over the last 18 months, it's gotten a little bit more expensive, but it's still a lot cheaper than the States. And
But more expensive with the inflation, which was affected globally, like every single country, basically.
Yeah. One of my weaknesses, I'm gonna give it a shout out Mountain Dew, American Mountain Dew. And when 18 months ago, this was like 300 forints a bottle, and now it's 500.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just the little things, but it's still like.
Which is like what, $1.50?
Yeah. So I mean, it's
something like that.
Yeah, and like in the States, I mean, this would be like a buck and a half, $1.75. So it's still about the same or cheaper than the States. And if you pay attention and go to like some of the like Aldi and Spar, if you pay attention, you can catch things on sale or
Right. Which are the local grocery stores.
Yeah.
Although, like, I think Aldi and Lidl, which is Lidl.
Yeah.
You guys also have it in the States.
Yeah, Aldi.
Aldi, right? Yeah. So we have that too here, and then we have other local grocery stores.
Yeah. I like another thing here is like the little mom and pops grocery stores or convenience stores. You don't find that a lot in the States anymore. I mean, it's all commercialized. And like I said, once you get to know people, I mean, they treat you a lot different than
Right. Yeah,
a
yeah,
tourist.
yeah.
So, and the grocery stores, I think are really good here. You're not going to get the huge, super Walmart kind of grocery stores here.
Well, Tesco,
I've been to Tesco a couple times, but
the big one,
yeah,
not the small
Yeah.
that you have in the city, but you have to go to Budapest, which is the outskirt of Budapest.
I was trying to think. I went to one. I think
Those are big.
yeah, I think it was out, where the outlet stores are out, kind of out of.
Right.
I think there was a Tesco there I went to.
Yeah, exactly. Like on the highway.
Yep.
It would be the same, like just in the States, that you get off the highway and then you have those
Strip
shopping
malls.
street.
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah, that's one I went to.
That's Budapest.
And then the nice thing is, the Expat Group's so big and connected. If you really need or want anything from the States, just get somebody to bring it back.
Right. Lucky us that we have the American Expat Group.
It's nice because it's people are so connected here, and like in the States, you work to survive. You really don't live. In here, people don't work just to survive. They do work because they have to survive, but they actually get out and enjoy life. People get out and the expat Thanksgiving.
Right.
Yeah, that's like one of the highlights of my year.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now I'm organizing
Ta-da. The Hungarian
people
Google.
watching they don't know that. Yes, we've been organizing the Thanksgiving night every year.
And it's a good way to meet people. I mean, because when you move to a new country and a different culture, it makes you feel a little bit more safe and open to get out, and you can if you have any questions, you can actually have somebody to call or talk to.
Yeah, George and Monica.
Yeah.
They've been doing phenomenal.
Yeah, she definitely needs to be like
Yeah.
a tour guide.
Yeah.
I mean, how
she's
many
really
countries or places have they been to in like the last 6 months?
Right. But they organize also these little field trips.
Yeah.
I should call them all over in Hungary.
Yeah.
Health insurance.
It's not too expensive. I've got my private health insurance with First Med, and then private hospitalization. Now that's a little on the expensive side. I mean, it's a couple $1,000 a year. But
Private a year, right?
Yeah.
Which is,
it's
normally you would pay like 1,500, like 1,500, 2,000 a month.
Yeah.
So
but,
here would be like a year, like
it's
2,000 a year.
Yeah. But I'm kind of spoiled because like with my military retirement insurance and everything in the States, I don't pay anything. But here I've had to kind of keep up with that.
Right.
I mean, I could use my military insurance, but I have to go to a base in like Germany or somewhere, and like.
And then you get reimbursed? No?
No. Yeah, it's straight out.
Oh no, you actually have to travel.
Yeah, I'd have to go. Yeah, I'd have to
that's
go to
in a
Germany.
hustle.
Yeah. So, but the quality of life, and what you spend here, is so much better than the States. Because like here, I've got my military and then another retirement, and one of my retirements I don't even touch. I mean, I could literally live off one retirement here, and I live like a diva.
Right.
I mean, I go to the gym, 3 or 4 times a week with a personal trainer. I mean, I'd be paying a fortune for that in the States.
Right.
And my gym is literally at the end of the street.
Right. I mean, in this neighborhood, we are in the Opera neighborhood.
Yeah.
You really, literally, walking distance.
Oh yeah.
You have everything.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, grocery stores, the gym, the opera. The old opera house is down here. At the end of the street. Turn right, and you got the opera house. And I mean, it's funny because like in this district, you see a lot of. They shoot a lot of movies here, so you never can tell who you're going to see.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
That's very true. And rent.
But I mean, compared to the States in a big city, I mean, this place would cost you a fortune, and it's my rent, everything included, is in June it'll go up to $380, which is what, $900?
Well, including with the utilities,
yeah, that's everything.
right?
Yeah, that's everything.
So I would say like 900 plus the utilities.
Yeah.
So you go to like 1,000.
Yeah.
1,000 included everything.
That's everything.
In the heart of the 6th district.
Yeah.
Right next to the 5th district. So prime location.
Yeah, I mean, you can be at the Parliament in a couple minutes. I go by the Basilica, the church all the time. Hero Square is not that far. So yeah, I mean, it's a perfect location.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
And it's quiet, it's safe. That's another thing I love about living in Budapest. It's so safe. You can literally walk just about anywhere, any time of day or night, which I have, and you don't have to worry about getting robbed or mugged or like if you're in the party districts or whatever, like you're going to run into stupid drunk people, but
Do you ever go to the 8th district?
I don't think so.
Because there, it's just like generally speaking, people are scared of the 8th district because it used to be, right? It's just like the same in New York that the Harlem part, it used to be, but then now it's all cleaned out. And it's the same for the 8th district. It used to be a sketchy area, but now it's more like a Brooklyn hipster area.
Yeah, because I wasn't sure if it was the 8th or the 13th that I've heard people talk about how it used to be, kind of.
The 8th.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and I know why. I'm not gonna be. I don't.
But then again, it's just a hipster, Brooklyn, very cool to be at. So.
Yeah, the young college kids. And stuff.
Exactly. But it's still lingering from people who don't know Budapest enough. That like that's the place that we are not interested in. Well, you should reconsider it.
Yeah. Before you move here. You're not gonna point people in the wrong areas. It's really good to know somebody that knows the area and has lived here, for more than a year, because that way they're gonna point you in the right direction and kind of keep you away from some of the bad areas.
Right.
I really don't think there's any super bad areas around here.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah. People talk about they want to go to New York City or Los Angeles, and I have to remind them it's not Budapest. Yeah.
Yeah, although I have very good experience with New York City.
Yeah, my cousin lives in Brooklyn. I mean, it's like any big city in America. You got to know where to go and where not to go, and not to be stupid.
Right.
And like we talked earlier, it really helps when you know people here. Because you, Henrietta, some of my other friends.
She's like the immigration.
Business owners. Petra, with the Mexican restaurant. It's really, who you know and who you become friends with.
Right. Like referral, word of mouth.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's like I tell people a lot of times, when you go to a restaurant or a club or something here, look at their Google reviews. Because, I mean, that's kind of a good judge.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I have 5 stars on Google review, so I should be.
You got your
I passed.
Yeah. It's like anywhere. You're going to find good people and bad people. But for the most part, and like I said, being in the military for 20 plus years, I've lived all over the world. And this is one of the best places I've ever lived.
That's
and
good to hear.
It's the people that make it.
Right.
So
I do find that it's something special about the expat community.
Yeah.
Over here, for sure.
Yeah.
And it's just something. It's hard to describe what it is.
Yeah.
But then once you are sucked in and when you settled, then it's just it's hard not to like it, really.
Yeah. And a lot of people always ask me, are you going back to the States? I'll go back and visit, but I probably won't ever move back.
When was the last time you went back?
4 years. I haven't been back since I've been here.
Oh, you haven't been back for 4 years? Wow. Okay.
There's a Army reunion in October in Tennessee that I'm seriously thinking about going because, some of us are getting older. So, the little bit that I've dealt with the Hungarian government and the bureaucracy here, you really need to know somebody.
Right.
It helps.
Like in a friend level almost, right?
Yeah. Because like you and Eric and then Henrietta, I mean, if it wasn't for her, I'd probably pulled my hair out, because like the first time I got my visa was for a year, and then this time was for 3 years.
Yeah, she's really good.
Oh God, yeah.
She's really good. She's really like holding your hand throughout the process, right?
Yeah, that's what I love. She's like, I need this, this, and this. You give it to her, and then she's like, meet me at the immigration office at this time.
Yeah.
And with her, she worked there for what, 10 years? So same thing. She knows everybody.
Exactly. Yeah.
You walk in, blah blah blah, boom, you're done.
That's why I like referring her, because
Yeah.
I know that she's an insider,
Yeah.
so she's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. But again, this requires a level of trust
Yeah.
and knowing people, and know that who referred this person to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
You know, even like when it comes to cleaning lady,
Yeah.
I get that all the time. The question like, can you recommend a cleaning lady? Because a person comes in your house, so
Yeah. They're
you
gonna be around. Yeah.
you don't want the person to walk away with anything unless
Yeah.
you're getting
And
recommended
yeah.
from a
And that's like,
trustworthy.
Makita, that cleans my place. I literally, I leave cash and everything else laying around all the time, and I don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Yeah. And that's why, anytime somebody needs that, yeah, I'll recommend her.
yeah. So that applies pretty much for
Yeah.
everything in this town.
Oh, yeah. And, and not, just like anywhere, not everybody's going to be trustworthy or, really your friend, but, for the most part, yeah, when you're friends with people here and you take care of,
Yeah,
back and forth, yeah, it's great.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah, there's, to me, I mean, like I said, I've lived all over the world, and this is home now.
Very nice. So I think we pretty much covered everything that we wanted to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is super, super useful for people who are
Yeah.
watching and thinking to
Yeah,
relocate.
if you're seriously thinking about it, I mean, come visit.
Right.
And if you're going to come visit, at least a month. More if you can, because a week or two, that's just a tourist. You're really not going to experience and get the feel for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do get messages, people reaching out, and they like, oh, I've never been to, but I'm interested to buy. And I always tell them, if they are very specific about like what they would like to buy, then it's just better to come down, check out, see that this is really for you, and then go from there. If you are relocating with a family, then you may want to look into the Buda side.
Yeah.
And not just because of that, but also because of all the international schools are
on
the Buda side, by the way.
Yeah, my goddaughter goes to the private British school, and it's amazing. I mean, she's in 3rd grade, and she speaks Hungarian, English, pretty good in French, and she's reading Spanish books now.
Yeah, so we have several British school here, also American school. One big campus in Nagykovácsi.
Okay. I've heard of it, but I don't have any experience.
Yeah, that's like a very, very big campus.
Yeah.
And then we have, of course, German, French, you name it.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier. I love it because it's international. A lot of the smaller cities, like, especially down south, you really don't have an international community, but here, I mean, seriously, I mean, I've got friends, from Turkey, Saudi, Iran, Ukraine, Russian, Georgian, Greek. I mean, it's like,
And then a bunch of Americans.
Oh God, yeah. And it's nice because, like, you can have international friends from everywhere, and just because they don't have the same political or religious views or whatever, you can still be friends. It's not like, like a lot of places in the States, you don't hate each other. You disagree or not have the same opinion.
Yeah, I think here that what bring you together is that being an expat in a foreign country.
Yeah.
So you're more connected on the daily life issues, if there is any, rather than talking about politics. Yeah. By the way, Hungarian politics, does it affect your day-to-day life?
My personal view is, even though I live here, I'm a guest. So I might have an opinion on the politics or whatever, but it's not my place to change or say anything.
Right, but that would be something that you read in the papers.
Yeah.
But when you walk around and you live your life, it doesn't really affect you, does it? No.
I mean, if I could change one thing here, it would probably be, teachers and like public servants, getting a better salary.
Right. Yeah. That struggle is real, for sure. All right. So thank you so much for chatting with us. I should say, like, chatting with us, because I know, like I know that we have a bigger and bigger audience from the States and from all over the world who are watching and who are looking to relocate or buy into real estate, and they have so many questions. So that's why I started this series of interviews with people who have been already relocated, because I find that probably useful for others.
It really is.
Because otherwise, you know, imagine like you sitting over there and like you don't know what's the country like unless you have a relative here, unless you have already friends here. But if you don't, so
I was lucky because, like I said, you know, my goddaughter and her family. I mean, when I came here, I kind of already had a built-in family.
Right.
So,
which is
but you know, like in the military, a lot of times, you know, when you would go places, you're brand new, a country.
Yeah, and then you're just figuring out. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you, TJ, again to share his experience with us.
You're welcome. I mean, you know, anytime.
So you guys comment below if you have any questions. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and see you next time.
See ya.